take notes and chair a meeting at the same time. I am not that good of a multitasker. Is there somebody who can volunteer?
I got you covered.
Bob, awesome.
I'll chip in.
He's got everything covered. That's great. Okay, so let's start. Do we have Yang on the call for the content update? Let's skip that bit and do CNCF because I see Deb, and we'll come back to Yang's update. Deb, it's all you. Except that Deb's on mute, maybe?
Can you?
Oh, mute, maybe?
There we go.
Now we can hear you.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. My speaker and my phone are having problems, so hopefully you only hear one of me. Hi, happy Monday. A few quick updates on CNCF. One, actually, I posted this last night, and it is already live. So website and registration are live. If you haven't checked it out, the link's in the Summit Stack channel. Definitely go check it out. It looks great. I love the colors and logo for this event, so I'm super excited about it. If you have edits, there's also a link in the Summit Staff channel that you can go in and make comments on, and we'll go through and make those changes. Moving on to evening reception location. There is a reception location on site at the Rye that we would recommend moving forward with. It's called the Strandzood, and I'm sure I said that wrong. It's on the waterfront. It's both indoor and outdoor space. I am going to note that it's cold in March, but we have the entire venue to ourselves, so you would have plenty of room inside if people did not want to be outside, or if we randomly get like a super lucky day and it's gorgeous out, it's a win. They put some fire pits out. They do things like that. So if it's not raining or like snowing, hopefully not snowing, but if it's nicer out and people are okay with cold weather, they can go outside. But otherwise, there's plenty of room inside. We can bring games in. And it would be really easy because people can pick up their badges at the Rye and they don't have to get lost going to another venue. Everything is right there in one place. And we're not using it again the rest of the week, so it would not be repeated.
Is this venue 21 years and older? I apologize for interrupting.
Oh, you're fine. It can be whatever we would like it to be. If we would like it to be 21 and older, that's easy for them to do, but I know that we try to be all-inclusive, which means people would just have to show their ID at the beginning of the event.
That was
which
why
is the same as it's been previously. Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions about the evening reception for Deb? Okay, keep going. Branding options.
All right. We have branding options for China and North America linked there. If you would please take the time before Wednesday morning to go through and look at which ones you like, feedback, make comments on it. That would be appreciated. And if everyone agrees on one, then we'll move forward with it, or we can tweak as needed and I'll come back with updates. So please take the time for both China and North America to provide your input there. North America date selection, I am actually working on space for this now, and I will update once I know more. And Bob, you had a question about Swag Link? Is that what I sent you earlier?
Yeah. I'll drop links to those in there. So our shirt options, one sec, let me pull up the links. This is literally what you sent me earlier. I'm just having to pull it from Slack.
You want a drum roll?
Now, that color is not something we necessarily have to go with. It's just the gray that's out of stock at the moment. Josh is working on a Starry Nights theme with like Kubernetes logos for the stars. And he is traveling right now, but he promises he will have something ready by the end of the week, essentially when it is due. And probably the color will just be whatever meshes with his design the best. Do those look good? Any big complaints or anything like that?
I mentioned this to you privately earlier, but I love the idea of having kind of a long sleeved sort of hoodie as sort of a bridge between like the short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve and hoodies. Like I feel like I never have just regular
Pullover.
thin, like long sleeve pullover t-shirts to wear. So
The
it'd be
nice
kind of
thing
cool.
is, yeah, the nice thing is too with like the weather there, having something that's, you know, long sleeve / hoodie, it would definitely be beneficial.
I'm a fan. These shirts wash well. I've tried on almost every single shirt known to man from District Made, and they wash well and they feel good. And they, you know, it's just like a solid shirt. It's not as soft as some of the other ones for sure, but it holds up.
Any other thoughts on the shirts?
+1.
Awesome. Okay, let's back up in the agenda because I don't think, we didn't talk about North America date selection, did we, Deb? I think we skipped it.
I said I was looking at space currently.
Okay.
So the big thing is I'm going to be sending out an email to K8s asking for opinions about it. There was some other little confusion I just wanted to clarify first before sending that out. That has since been done, so I should get that out later today. Essentially, just like it will not be a 2-day event. It will be predominantly on Monday before the day 0 events. But we might potentially have some stuff for like SIG meetings on Monday during the day 0 events. But it wouldn't be like the big, you know, we wouldn't hold the event space for 2 days.
Cool. Any questions on that before we move on? Okay, next up, Nabrun, I think you're up for Reg update.
Hi everyone. So I've added some formulas to the registration approvals tab in the planning sheet. So that helps us to determine whether any attendee who registered on the active track has is a voter or a lead or has adequate dev stats so as to qualify as registering on the active track. That's all on my side. Probably this week I'll start getting registrations and we will kick off the process.
Do you have a link handy to that sheet?
Just a second, I'll just post it.
I have it buried somewhere.
Yeah, I had bookmarked it.
I'm getting like a Google Docs error on it for some reason when trying to open it.
It might be a permissions thing.
I dropped the link in.
Yep. I also posted it on the meeting notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I'm getting an error on that as well.
I just got an error too.
It looks like maybe somebody was using it offline and might not be synced.
Yeah, the one that's in line in the notes for today is correct, but the one that's at the top of the document is the one that's broken, I think, if we just replace the URL.
They're the same URL.
Tim is mentioning that he was having Google Docs issues earlier as well. So it might be that there is a greater Google Docs issue at the moment.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm able to see the docs, the sheet that I have already loaded, but I can't open it in a new tab. Probably some Google Docs issue.
We'll just leave it for now, and then if people still can't get access, we can sort it out on Slack later. Okay. Next up, Amanda with comms.
Hello, good morning. We've reviewed a lot of stuff right now. I also just had Google Docs problems, but now I'm back in. So we reviewed a lot of the registration and the emails, and then Deb and I worked together at the end of last week just to better define processes and who owns what within the communications master document. So we have more clear understanding of what I need to do and what she's doing. And then also Deb and I met and we went through some of the registration pages and just looking at some formatting things and some information to make sure that we have stuff above the fold. So users don't have to scroll all the way down to understand what page they're on so that they know what they're registering for. So that's what we've been working on.
Any questions about comms or feedback?
It looks like Bob wants to do more communication for CFPs.
Yeah, that was depending on how, so today people get notified that they're going to KubeCon, and I suspect we'll get a lot more CFPs.
Mm-hmm.
But if there isn't a lot more submissions by the end of the week, we might have to be more aggressive with our comms and going into all the channels and everything. I think Yang actually touched upon that earlier. We'll need to go to every SIG working group to ask. Could have a sheet and divide and conquer like we did for San Diego. There are currently 8 proposals. I think one was mark your test. Another one was just another test one. So I think really it's just 6.
I have reached out to a couple of the SIG chairs, and I know that there's several that are a work in progress right now. So we'll do some more comms on that after. I think notifications go out, today by the end of the day. So
figure by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I know I got one. I need to get in there myself.
Okay, anything else on comms?
Oh, actually, one other comms note. I don't remember if I mentioned this to George directly at when we were gaming or something like that, but sending a note to the chairs and tech leads that if they want to sponsor someone that is not a Kubernetes org member to attend. Do you remember me talking to you about that, George?
Yeah, but we didn't. I think we were just theory crafting and not actually crafting that, but I can certainly do that. Let's nail down exactly what we want to do.
Okay.
And I'll add it now.
Because that was something a lot of them didn't realize last time. And I think that was because we didn't actually send an official notification of that to.
Yeah, we'll put in the next newsletter for them and all that good stuff. Okay.
That was mostly because instrumentation wanted to bring some the Prometheus maintainers over.
Got you. So do you want us just to whip up an email? Be like, hey, if you're SIG and you want to sponsor someone.
Yeah, if you want to sponsor a non-org member to attend, please send us an email at community@kubernetes.io. Because I think, Jason, you had some CAPI people too, right? That should have come by.
I'm not sure about for this time around.
Okay.
Yeah, we did last time because we had a couple, they happened to work with me at Pivotal, a couple of people who were already contributing but hadn't quite sorted out org membership. But we're certainly well beyond the new contributor workshops. So I think for cases like that, it kind of makes sense.
When do you want that out by? I just need a deadline.
Sometime this week, really.
Okay. Everything gets a deadline from now on.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay. Anything else on comms? Give me one last chance. Okay, so let's talk about new contributor workshop, the 101. I don't see Rail on the call. Has anyone heard from Rail recently? He's been a little bit MIA, and I'm a little concerned.
Hello, can you hear me for this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we had to downgrade to cell phone because the MacBook decided to update itself. in the middle of a meeting. So I have been communicating with Rael. So we're kind of at the moment, we need to get that content meeting scheduled. You know, last contributor workshop, we had the content meeting with the content team, the unconference team, and all the new contributor workshops. We kind of need to urgently kind of get that online sooner rather than later, because we need to collate all that content stuff so that the reg so that all the information can go out at the same time. So from there, we can start building more on that. Because what we need to do for both NCW and for the both 101 and 201 is get that content proposal underway and fully fleshed out. Because at the moment, it's we've just got the docs and the stubs there. So that's kind of update on what's happening on the NCW side. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you're getting the response that you need from people to get that content meeting scheduled, or do you need help from any of us on anything?
I think we've got most of the people in the doodle and just chasing up a few other people to put their times in, and I'll sync up with you on that, Dawn.
Also, like, if you don't get responses sooner rather than later, just schedule something and go with it. It's better just to have something than try and, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Sounds good. Thank you. Is there any other questions that people have regarding the NCW stuff? All right.
Cool. Jason, you're next up with the meet and greet.
Yes. Thanks to Jonas for putting together the initial form. We are planning on finalizing that and start advertising that out to the SIG leads this week. With that in mind, I wanted to see if we could start piggybacking on the regular ContribX type notifications to the SIG chairs and leads to try to get that out. I'm hoping that the new communication structure that Paris worked to set up will help us avoid having to consistently ping people in Slack and, Twitter DM and other methods to try to get volunteers.
Yeah, that was pretty painful last time, wasn't it?
It was definitely interesting. I'll put it that way. But hopefully, we can test out the new mechanism and that'll streamline things a bit. I'm sure there'll still be a little bit that we'll have to track people down for. I don't think it'll solve all the problems, but it would be nice.
Cool. Anything else on the meet and greet or any questions? Okay, Cody, you're up with unconference update.
Yeah, so I can't really find anything that's, properly digital, or there's no easy way to do it. So the whiteboard thing is the way to go. There's a office center, like not far from Amsterdam Rye. So I'm setting all that up. Other than that, no real updates.
Cool. Any questions about the unconference? Okay, Marky, you're up to DNI.
Hello, everyone. Last week, I had a meeting with the CNCF to their scholarship, diversity scholarship is going to end, and they're going to give me a list of people that didn't get chosen. So that will come over to me. I have also started reaching out to Kubernetes Amsterdam meetup group to start working in conjunction with them. And I believe they have some things through Microsoft. So that's currently still just doing all of that motion.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
Don't we want the list of people? Don't we want the list of people that do get chosen to invite them to it versus the list of people that don't?
I think I'm getting the entire list. Let me just verify. I'll tell you in just a second. but I believe I'm going to get the entire list.
Okay.
Wendy said, yep, I will get the entire list.
Awesome.
And that was per Wendy. Wendy and Kim and I.
Wendy West.
Wendy
Perfect.
West, yes.
I like saying her name.
And that is it for me.
Okay. Anything else? I think we've finished the stuff on the agenda. We have a what else section. Are there other things that people want to talk about or questions people have about the event?
I do have one question for the event. Will there be a childcare option like we did for San Diego?
Yes, childcare will be available starting on that Monday, and it's through the CNCF website. We link to it from ours.
Thank you, Deb.
Anything else? Okay. Record time, less than 25 minutes. So I give you more than 30 minutes back. So thanks, everybody. Have a good day, evening, wherever
Happy
it is where you
Mondays.
are.
Happy Mondays.
Bye, guys.
Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Later all.